Ladies and gentlemen, 300 megabytes of hard drive capacity. 300 megabytes of storage capacity. That's right. 300 megabytes of hard drive capacity. Think about the value and the usage of a computer with a 300 megabyte hard drive. What can that do for you? Oh, sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. When you're thinking about the capacity of a hard drive of that size, it's as if you have 300 huge file cabinets, 300 file cabinets of storage capacity. That's right. The biggest arena of computers today, the biggest arena is in the CD-ROMs. It's the biggest growing sector of computers, and it's not going to stop. It is not going to stop. It's not a fad. Ladies and gentlemen, it's tomorrow, today. There's 26 volumes of an encyclopedia on one disc, on one CD disc. That's right. We're talking about 9 million words just for starters on that disc. That's on one disc. You can get close to that on a floppy disk. 9 million megabytes. This comes with the CD-ROM built in.
Motherfucking trailer! What's up, people? Hello. All right. Woo. Still more to talk about. I feel like every day, it feels like every day is Christmas. It really does. Oh, you're all so beautiful. Thank you all those who joined, who smacked that join button. See, everybody says smash the like button, which I hope you guys do. But if you join, you're smacking the join button. And a couple of people did today, and I really appreciate that. Got a lot of good things.
High Flyers Tag Team Super Chatted $1.99. The figure has grown on me a lot from first view.
Which figure? Scumdog thing. Oops, I forgot to change the shark. He's gonna pop up any minute now. I forgot to change the shark. He's gonna pop up. It officially doesn't go live until Saturday because I haven't finished setting up the Discord. But I do thank you guys for hitting that join button. Everything else is set up. I'm just waiting to finish the Discord. That's it. So thank you for that. Oh, the Shark Boy didn't pop up. Well, that's good. That's good. We don't need the shark. We have to change the shark. Yeah, I know. I definitely gotta change the shark. But he's not popping up right now, so that's a good thing. What's going on, Mel? What's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being here. A special Thursday stream because, as I said, we'll only be streaming Fridays and Saturdays going forward, but I also do that because I like to leave the other nights open in case something big happens and we want to talk about it live.
High Flyers
the Funko MechaG.
Super Chatted $1.99. The Funko MG.
Yeah, it is, well, I have my own opinions. We'll get into that shortly. We're going to get into that little Mecha Godzilla Funko that everybody's seen by now. What's going on, Cosner? And for those of you who are members, there are some new emojis in there. Okay. I dedicate one of them to Kinky Dora. All right, because Kinky Dora loves pizza. The other one's dedicated to Omniblast because she loves wings, and there's an inside joke with that. And then, of course, there is the good old Wheaties emoji. So make sure you use those emojis, members. And I hope everybody ate their Wheaties today because when we look at some of these comments later that I got in some of my videos, woo! Boy, I'll tell you. All right. Let's start things off with this. I'm going to pull up the MechaG. I'm going to pull up the MechaG Funko Pop. Now, you've all seen it by now, so I know this is not a big breaking news, but I kind of wanted to give, definitely wanted to give my opinion here. So let me just find it on my clustered desktop here. I know he's got to be here somewhere. Oh, there he is. All right. Oh, boy. Now, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But does this look more like a Mecha Rodan? I mean, look at that beak. Let me pull my camera up here. We'll be on the screen for a little bit, so let me pull the camera up. There we go. Let me just make myself a little... There we go. Yeah. What do you guys think of this? It's, yeah, right? It looks like Mecha Rodan. Look at that beak. It looks like he's got a beak. Yeah? I actually thought you guys saw this.
They want to say goodnight.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Oh, ew.
Good night.
That's ew.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is very ill.
Trash.
Oh, my son thinks it's trash.
Trash. Throw it in the trash. It's ew. Remake
Yep.
it now.
There you go. That's not pretty. I got to be honest. Now, look, it is a toy or collecting, it's a Funko Pop. We know that they're not accurate to the movie. I mean, you even look at the Godzilla Funko Pops, they don't look exactly like Godzilla, neither does Kong. but you can get a decent idea of what. Thank you.
HBO Max tipped $1.
Oh boy.
It looks like a walking abortion, in my opinion.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Did I turn my alerts off? Oh no, I know what happened.
High Flyers Tag Team Super Chatted $1.99. Note, it's a concept image BTW.
It's the concept image, is that what you're saying? Well, I hope they decided not to keep this concept going in. Sorry, I'm redoing all my things here. There we go. Yeah, I don't. You know, actually, my biggest issue is the eyes. You know, I mean, it's kind of weird that they would go with pupils for this doll when every other Funko Pop doesn't have pupils. And of all the things that don't have pupils among this Godzilla collection, it's MechaGodzilla that doesn't have pupils. So why would they give him pupils and not the other monsters pupils when they actually have pupils and he doesn't? I mean, it just doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense to me. I don't know. We'll have to, I mean, look, they're supposed to be coming out, what, in April? I mean, by then we would have already seen the movie. So it's not like, you know. Yeah, I don't know.
Warner Brothers tipped $3.33. Oh god, is that piece of shit scrap metal is what Godzilla and Kong are fighting? I'm sorry to say, but I may have to delay the movie again until we get this design sorted out.
Warner Brothers, I think you would know what your design looks like before other people see it. Oh yeah, all the Ultraman figures have pupils? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I guess we'll have to see.
They don't have pupils.
Yeah, Funkos don't usually have pupils, but you know, this one does, and so do the Ultraman series. So maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is an Ultraman kaiju, and they accidentally put it with the Godzilla stuff, and now they're like, oops. What about the tail? I mean, yeah. The tail, I mean, I don't have an issue with the tail. I mean, we kind of knew what the tail looked like. You know, we knew the kind of spikes it had from the other toy leak. And the same thing with the hands, like the claws. You know what I mean? It's really, for me, the face. I don't really, like, the body's fine. It's that face. I will say this. After this dono real quick. Thank you, Warner Brothers, once again.
Warner Brothers tipped $3.33. Don't blame me. I'm only the distributor. Blame Legendary since they're the studio that filmed Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah.
Lenny tipped $1. Yo dog. Ole MechaG looking like that because he seen my enormous stick and it sent his software to hardware into shock.
Right. If that was the real Lenny, that tip would have been like times 100. So don't pretend to be Lenny. That's unacceptable. What was I going to say? Now here's the interesting thing, and this is really going to trigger the people who hate my MechaGodzilla in disguise theory, but I find it pretty interesting that his bottom jaw looks exactly like the bottom jaw of Godzilla. Like, I mean, if he's not disguised, if we're not building MechaGodzilla to have some similar features as Godzilla to be in disguise, then why do you need to have the bottom jaw? Why do you need to be exactly designed like Godzilla? Just saying. Just saying.
Mike from Bensonhurst super chatted $2. Guess Mecha Chupacabra is in this movie instead.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I mean, I'm just saying, you know. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just bringing up a point, you know. Explain the arms. I mean, I don't know what he's. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna. I don't know. I couldn't explain the arms. I got to be honest. It looks like Shin's mouth when he's firing his atomic breath. Nah, Shin's mouth opens much wider than that. Shin opens his mouth like he's gonna take a 400-foot cock.
Amanda tipped $3. He looks like that because he's shocked that once again, Rodan has been confirmed.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. It all makes sense. You know, I just realized there's 200 and something people here, and I just said the word cock. All right. You know, just I gotta remember it's this, you know, there might be some there might be some youngins in here. How about the Kong punch last night, Rob? The Kong punch. The Kong punch. Oh, yes. I forgot to pull this back, by the way. Oh, yeah, the Kong punch. Yeah, that was real funny. I don't want to ruin it in the sense that that's kind of like Fat Samurai Guy's moment. You know what I mean? So let him throw it up on his channel. But, man, it was so funny. It was so funny. But I'm not responsible. So the arms are like that for the leaked toy as well? No, the leaked toy looks like he just has him in normal position. This one looks like he's doing ole or he's dabbing or some shit. You know, like he's like, you know what I mean?
Albert Chesser super chatted $6.17, sending you good vibes from Canberra, Australia, dude. Thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. Folded hands, E.T.N fan since 2013.
Yes.
Rock on gesture.
Yes. Thank you very much. Boy, what is it, morning over there or evening? I have no idea the time zone, but thank you for watching one way or the other.
E-Sherry Honda's Ghost tipped $1. Well, at least after seeing that test tube MechaG baby / abortion, you can see it has those stupid carnival claw hands, so now stop bearing your meat about a fake Godzilla. Warner Brothers should put these on fire and drop over China. Thanks for Coroana.
Did you say stop burying my meat? All right. Don't look. The real reason you want me to stop burying your meat is because your girl or your wife kept licking the screen every time she said, "He's gonna bury his meat." No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm not going to stop with that for a multitude of reasons. I actually do genuinely believe that it has a good chance of happening. I'm not saying it is, but I do have a genuine feeling it might happen. And number two, I just like triggering people when they get, because you know it's kind of funny, like when you see people get so upset over someone's theory, like, you know, if they disagree, that's fine, of course. Not everyone's gonna agree, but when you literally see people getting upset like you offended them or like you accidentally shoved something up their ass, that's gratifying, you know. It's like, if you're gonna get that upset, you know.
Millennial Yoda tipped $1. Rob, we all know you said Cotmit's okay.
Oh boy. I'm not all right. I don't want to go crazy with that button. We got to hit it at good moments, you know. Hello, Joe Biden's here. Look at that. Where's my? I have to read. There we go.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Yeah, there you go, Joe. How would he disguise the claw hands, though? I like the theory, but could hologram? All right, look, guys, come on, man. Please don't do. All right, look, listen. Very important, okay? I know there's a lot of new people here. We have to establish this early, you know. Look, there's a reason why that's behind me, and I want to explain why. All right. How would you hide the claw hands of MechaGodzilla? Okay. If you saw the originals, which I'm sure many of you have, okay. Oh, my ex is here.
Rob's ex tipped $1, shoving something up someone's ass. Why doesn't that ring a bell? And then yelling, "Long live the king"? Well, there you go.
Listen, he's a robot, okay? He's a robot. There's many ways you could explain hiding the claw hands. They retract. Maybe they transform into regular 5-finger or 4 fingers. I mean, guys, MechaGodzilla from Toho was shooting missiles out of his fingertips, okay? Why are we pretending like any of this is impossible? MechaGodzilla was shooting missiles out of his toes and his fingertips. Can we recall this before we start questioning the whole theory altogether? Okay, let's remember the craziness of the Toho movies before. And I know what people are going to say, yeah, but you know, that's just so stupid. It just doesn't make sense. It's not realistic. First of all, they shit the bed with any grounded approach in 2019. And even before that, even as grounded and as much as I love 2014, it is a 400-foot radioactive dinosaur for all intents and purposes. Okay? Let it go. It's okay. It's okay. That was in the Showa days. Okay, so in the Heisei days, what was he doing in the Heisei days? Was he shooting I-beams too, right? He shot a large contraption around the waist of Godzilla to shock him, right? Because it got more realistic after the Showa series. He shot a big ass hook around the waist. Yeah, Power Rangers isn't realistic either. Yeah. He had the giant thing go on his back. Yeah, he had a whole contraption added to his back. So, I don't know. That's just how I see it. Like when I saw King of the Monsters, I'm like, wow, they, as much as I loved it, they did just completely go all out Showa, in my opinion. Like it was very Showa-esque, that movie. And that's why, look, and for the veterans who are here, they'll tell you, man, I've been saying for a long time, which is funny because a lot of people were asking for this. People wanted this. Like, if you don't like the idea of MechaGodzilla being in this movie, go after the community, because the community was hard up for this. They've been, man, I cannot tell you the amount of streams that I had back in the day.
$1. If you pause at the beginning of the trailer, you see the Mothra twins, Ghost of Serizawa, Destroy and Biollante in a jar. Pause at 50 seconds and zoom in for King Caesar, and at 2 minutes you can make out barely Jet Jaguar backflipping. I am Rob's ex tipped $1. Listen up, biatch. There is only one Rob's okay? Don't even try to be me. What do you think you are, MechaGodzilla? You can't hide under any fake skin and be me. Step back, bitch.
Wow.
No mercy. And by the way, Rob, please, bear your meat. Thanks.
What? Did she say bear my... She say bear my meat? All right. What's going on, David? Nice to see you here, man. Did you see the new leaked minifigures? I did see them. They're not that impressive. Someone said, I was talking, we were in Messenger with some of the some of the 40 strong, and I think it was Steve. Was it Steve or was it Josh who said that it was they look like the kind of toys that you put on a hook near the cash register, and it's like $4.
$1.99. Did you see the new leaked minifigures?
Yeah, I mean, I saw them. Yeah, they're like this that kind of toy that you put towards the register. That's what Josh said, I think. Oh, that was you, James. Sorry, I didn't mean to take credit. I'll give credit to somebody else. I mean,
$3.33. Remember the time you told the community begging for MechaGodzilla to go swallow it and not complain?
Yeah.
This is the time you should remind them.
Yeah, I was very hard on the community when they were asking for MechaGodzilla, and I was like, why? Why? I mean, yeah, I know we went Showa, but let's not get too crazy. And I told them that, you know, I would embrace it if it happened. I don't think it's a good idea, not if you're trying to capture the general audience. Now, look, I know what some people are going to say now. Well, everybody's excited and blah, 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 blah for the trailer. I'm like, look, a lot of the general audience did not spot him in that trailer. And even if they did, it's very obscure. Once they see a giant Godzilla robot, I don't know. And don't come to me with Twitter later, because Twitter doesn't count when they praise stuff. Half the people who praise shit on Twitter don't actually buy it or see it. Like if people say, "Oh my God, I love this," they didn't actually even invest any money in it. They want the clout. Twitter is just a big clout platform. Hellhawk. That's a much better name than Warbat.
Tipped $1, bitch, please. I was taking that cotton before you were even thought of. Hair yanked and took downloads that you wouldn't believe. You get laid on top of by a large computer expert as he ejaculate yelling "Long live the king" while sinking his meat. Bitch.
That button's very appropriate tonight. Godzilla. Actually, we were just looking at it. I'll pull it back up real quick. I didn't mean to take it down so soon in case you guys really wanna take in the shot. You know, but yeah, there it is. We were just talking about it like towards, you know, just shortly after we started. Man, the hands on the MechaG don't look right. Well, I mean, again, I think also we have to take into consideration, we have to see the full design. We have to see it in motion. We have to see how they CGI. Look, I think those claw hands are going to, you know, obviously they're going to be manipulated. You know, he might pull them in and shoot like a bomb, or, you know, he might use them to turn them into sharp claws, and then they rotate and they can cut something. You know, so I think they designed it that way for potential flexibility in terms of what they want to portray on film. And I'm kind of used to it already, because that toy leaked like a year ago, a little over a year ago. So, you know, I don't think I know it's not MechaGodzilla, no matter which MechaGodzilla you like from Toho, whether you like the one from the 70s, the Heisei series, or Kiryu. I know it's not that, but it's not nearly as bad as you might think. You know, I would say give it a chance, let it play out. Now, I will say, if his face looks like that, I'm gonna fucking roll the whole movie. Every time I see him, I'm gonna start laughing, because that face just does not look right to me. I'm not expecting his face to be perfect. I'm not expecting him to look like MechaG of old, but I'm not expecting him to look like a MechaGodzilla body with a Mecha Rodan head. Or maybe he's meant to look a little bit like King Ghidorah, and maybe that's why he looks that way. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little, maybe it's the eyes that are making it look goofy. It's probably the eyes that are bothering me. I don't know. I think it's the eyes that are getting at me right now. Like, I don't know, if I open it in paint and I paint them yellow, will it look better? You know what? Let's try that. Let's explore that. All right. While we chit chat here, let me open this up in paint, and let me just kind of dot in some yellow over those pupils, and let's see if it improves. You know what I mean? Let's see if it improves. All right, give me a second here. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it together. I don't know why I got to go back to me. Let's just do it together here. Let's bring this in a little bit. There we go. All right, we got paint up. Let's get the yellow. All right, I don't really have a steady hand, but let's just paint in the yellow little by little, right? Actually, let's just bring this.
High Flyers
like
Tag
that.
Team Super Chatted $1.99. The trailer showed a MechaG-like face for MG.
No, I know that, High Flyers. I'm just saying. That may look like Goji, but this I don't know what the fuck this is. I mean, he does have Godzilla's lower jaw at least, but this here looks like a beak. It just looks straight up like a beak. All right, let's keep painting in the yellow a little bit more. All right, and then we'll do the other side. Color it in a little.
Ichiro Honda's ghost tipped $1.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Instead of arguing about claw hands, bearing meat, shooting semen and other monster-related topics, let me make you laugh. I heard someone review the trailer and say it's camera at top left at the 1 minute 54 seconds mark. That's the best one yet, lol.
That is funny. I mean, that's an improvement. That to me looks better. I'm hoping that's what it is in the movies. You think maybe they light up?
Ed Boy in the Cut Super Chatted $2. I think the eyes on the Funko might light up.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, that to me is much better than eye pupils. It's the camera angle, I guess. You know, I think that's better. I think yellow eyes. I mean, obviously, I'm even drawing something as simple as coloring over some eyes. I'm so no artist, but just taking away the pupils makes it look better. You know, do you think MechaG will have Ghidorah like the Ghidorah lightning from a sample of the head? Yeah, there's a chance of that. It really kind of depends how they incorporate Ghidorah into Mechagodzilla, and if they even do. Like, what if Ghidorah is just completely used for something else? I mean, I think it's easier to assume it's going to go towards Mechagodzilla, but we just don't know how yet. You know, is it going to go in the brain? Are they going to use Ghidorah lightning to power him because he's such a large creature or such a large mech that they need that sort of power source to power him? You know, it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, I think there's a chance that he'll kind of take in a lot of powers that King Ghidorah had, including the power to regenerate. You know. I mean, including the power to regenerate, which in turn, you know, leads to my theory that he's going to have some sort of disguise. So, will you post a video about this Funko? I'll probably use this. Because I found out about this last night. In fact, someone told me on I was up late last night, and somebody on Facebook said it. I think it was you, Steve. You mentioned you had it. And then I asked Steve to show me. And I think by then Steve had already gone to bed. And then I found High Flyers' video that he put up last night. And that's how I learned about it. And then I was like, oh, okay. But I didn't really have I'm not really a figures like expert, you know. But I know but like you, there were a lot of people messaging me today asking me to do a video or if I was going to talk about it. And I said, all right, I'll just bring it up on tonight's stream and cover it like that. And we'll discuss it there. So I'm not going to do a video about it, you know, because we're kind of talking about it here. I might take this and highlight it and put it on the channel for those who are not here tonight, but I don't think I'll go beyond the stream in terms of discussing it. I ordered the FYE and BAM. Yeah, I ordered the 2 glow-in-the-dark Godzilla figures with the heat ray. I ordered one for me and one for my son. So...
Justice Steel super chatted
Oh, Jesus
$5.
Christ, that name rings a
Yo,
bell.
what's good with it, Rob? Glad to see him not the only one sus about this design. Hopefully the finished product is much more defined.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. It is a blurry picture. It is something that could potentially be somewhat of a placeholder. Maybe they fine-tune the design. We won't see it till April, and so like by then it won't matter. We'll already know what MechaG looks like. So yeah, I'll highlight it. Yeah, no problem. I'll highlight it and put it on the channel. But you know, it's like I said, and like I was just saying to Justice there, like we'll find. Who knows what this is going to turn out to be really? You know, who knows what this is really going to look like at the end? You know, but hopefully it looks a little bit better than what I think looking at it now after, let me just pull it up again, after kind of just messing around and putting yellow eyes on it, I do like the design overall, but for some reason those eyes that were there before I did that, those eyes were, those were painful. Looks like much of this film will rock and much will suck. It's about on par with 2019, so that's not, for me, that's not a bad thing. You know, not all films that have a bad story necessarily, you can still get entertainment out of it. Like I love the Transformers series, for better or for worse. You know, obviously there are movies in that series that are better than others, and there's one particular one that sucks really bad, or two of them at least. But also depends on your taste. Some people just, they want, you know, hold on one second here. They want yeah, thanks. I mean, I have this picture. Thank you, Amanda. But I'll pull it up here real quick since you messaged me, so that way I can just we can just take a look. So we'll take a closer look at the toy, right? The MechaG toy, and you really can't see his face much from here. You know what I mean? You really can't see his face. Now, what's funny is if you look at the tail, it looks like the tail's turned. I don't know if the tail is turned or if it's got, if it has something on, like if it has spikes on both sides. But it almost looks like the tail turns right and this one's turned left. I have a feeling there's going to be a, look at this. There's yeah, it does. Look at that. So look on this picture. Over here, the tail is turned to the right, and over here, it's upright. And he's got a spike at the end, like the original. So there you go right there. I mean, that's telling you that he's going to be able to manipulate parts of his body. So, you know, there it is. You know, so the whole idea of his, the whole idea of his claw being like set in one position or not being able to close and retract in is not, you know, they just twisted the tail by mistake. Is that what they did? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So they twisted the tail. Is that what they told you? No, I'm serious. Like, is that what you were told? Or are you just being sarcastic? I can't tell. It's text. I can't tell it's text. Be careful with your answer now, because they would imply that whether or not you ate your Wheaties. It's on headline news. Is that? Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Oh man. It looks like it was twisted. Well, it is twisted. It's right here. Look at the spikes going to the right, and then look at them up here on the top. I mean, you can look right here. It doesn't look like he has any. All I'm saying is that it just shows that there is manipulation involved, you know, with the body. Come on, that's a totally baby toy. I'm sorry, what kind of toy did you expect it to be? Just curious. Rob, are you expecting an absolute zero cannon? Kazan, are you serious with that question? I'm sorry. But I must.
Kazner, idiot, dumbass, instead of choking girlfriend, choked yourself.
Yeah, please, somebody smack Kazner with a Wheaties emoji, please. What the hell is that? It's a lousy toy. Extreme exaggeration. Well, again, that picture is very old. Number one. Number two, it's also very blurry. Number three, it's Playmates, and all their toys suck. So, you know, I know there's some people here who like the Playmate stuff, and, you know, but I got to be honest, my son has a couple of them, and woof, man, they're bad. The Playmates are bad. All right. Let's have some fun looking at what people had to say in the comment section of some of my videos. That was I'm sure we have some doozies here. We'll just read them out loud. I won't put anyone on blast just in case they're here. Or I don't know, well, depends how I feel. But we'll read all of them, not just the funny ones. You know, not just the funny ones. We'll read some, because there's some good comments in there, absolutely, that I definitely want to go through. And we'll have fun with that. What makes the toys bad? Have you seen them? Like, do you actually have one? Why they're always revealing stuff when you're sleeping? Because all these companies that make this stuff are either in China or other parts of Asia. Human interference saves Godzilla's ass several times. Sure. Yeah, there's no denying that. All right. Also, real quick, before we get into this portion of the stream, I want to thank you guys, everybody here who has subbed. If you're new here and you haven't subbed, definitely hit the sub button. We're doing very well here in the channel. We'd definitely like to keep it growing. We're currently at 20,922 subs, so we are 78 away from a new threshold of 21,000. So I appreciate that. And also, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps me a great deal, and I appreciate that as well. All right, let's get into the comment section. We're going to go to the MechaGodzilla theory, because that's where I was getting the most, well, I wouldn't want to say the most hate, just the most, I would say some of the more funnier comments are there. So just bear with me as I go through it here and pull it up. Okay, here it is. All right, so let's look at this. Wow, it's a lot. 557 comments. We're not going to go through all of them, obviously, but we'll definitely go through some. I'm actually going to have
It really grows on you, doesn't it?
Miguel Martinez subscribed to the channel.
Thank you. Thanks for subbing. All right. Let me see here. I'll find a good one. Well, this guy who's like, I want to destroy you. I'm so sad. I actually want to destroy you too. Believe it or not, that's probably the route I would have gone. If I was gonna, you know, kind of do it my way, I would have gone the route of Destroyer, because they had everything kind of set up for him. And after the last movie with the oxygen destroyer and all that, so I think that's a missed opportunity. But that's just me. You know, and a lot of people, I think a lot of fans would have liked that. I think a lot of fans would have been happy with that. But be that as it may, you know, we're here. This is where we are. So. All right, so here's an so this guy says, the very moment I saw the leaked MechaGodzilla toy from the movie, I thought of the fake Godzilla skin. The director even said he wanted to stay true to the fans. Okay. And, you know, but there's so many iterations of Godzilla. Staying true to the fans doesn't necessarily mean MechaGodzilla is going to be disguised. I mean, to be quite honest, he's only ever been disguised once, right? However, if you go based on 2019's King of the Monsters, that's a very, very Showa-esque film. And my argument in the past, this is even before we saw anything regarding MechaGodzilla, I've always said the reason they chose those monsters is because they cross generations. You know what I mean? People back in the 60s and the 70s saw those monsters, as well as the 90s and the 2000s. They all saw those monsters. So if that's their thought process, and they want to keep with that kind of, you know, then that might be an argument. But again, just saying. All right, let's go through here while I. Okay, I'm not going to read that because he's quoting leaks, and we never know, leaks might actually be real. Well, this one guy, I actually didn't believe this theory, but holy shit, I think you're right. Yeah, I think he was like one of the few. No, there's one here that says he agrees with my theory. What I think is the most funniest thing here, is that there's also a lot of people who are insisting that if you do that, it's what's the word I'm looking for? You're like either not bait and switch. It's false advertisement, right? Because it's Godzilla versus Kong, and if it turns out MechaGodzilla, then it becomes Kong versus MechaGodzilla, or vice versa, whatever. But you know, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Even if he is disguised, you're not gonna get Kong fighting MechaGodzilla the whole movie. That's just not happening. It's just like the fact that people were even thinking that was insane to me. Like you know, you have to think beyond the trailer. Like this is not 2 minutes does not make a movie unless you're the Amazing Spider-Man, which all their trailers made the movie. All right. Okay, I'm actually getting past all the ones that actually do say they agree. By the way, for those of you who are curious, D-Man did accept the challenge. He just hasn't made a schedule with me yet. So this guy makes an interesting comment here. He says comparing the beam at the 10:15 mark doesn't work because the beam on the right, and he's talking about what I think is the fake Godzilla, looks similar to his beam from 2014. It wasn't a solid dark blue beam. I wouldn't reference 2014 for these last two movies because, I mean, yeah, it's part of the lore, it's part of the story, but Godzilla's design changed fairly dramatically from 2014 to 2019, and the Godzilla here looks more 2019 with some minor detailed changes. 2014 feels like so long ago now. You know what I mean? It really does. When you look at the tone of these movies, and when you look at the even the coloring and all that kind of stuff, it's amazing how far away 2014 feels compared to King of the Monsters, and even now Godzilla vs. Kong. You know. All right, I don't want to. This is a decent comment, but he's kind of talking about leaks there. Although he says the leaks are 1,000%, or he says the leaks are credible. I know, that's what I hear all the time. And then I go see the movie and it completely changes. You know? I know some of you guys love Sayaka, I get it. But I don't know if it was Sayaka or if it was somebody else who said that he ate King Ghidorah at the end of the movie. And he actually didn't eat him. He just literally actually spit him out. And then people got mad when I said he was actually wrong about them. I'm like, yeah, he is wrong. He didn't. If someone tells me in a leak that Godzilla is eating another monster, I'm expecting him to chow down and actually eat him. You know, that's what I'm seeing. Like, I don't know why people got so upset. Like, I don't know.
Justice Steel super chatted $5. I was most surprised they didn't input Biollante given that there was quite a few hints toward that being possible. But it would be difficult to market.
That wasn't Sayaka? Oh, I lose track of all these leakers. It's too much leaking. Godzilla's vegan? Is he? I didn't know that. Look at that. You learn something every day. I was most surprised they didn't input Biollante given that there was quite a few hints toward that being possible, but it would be difficult to market. Where the hell did you see the hints of Biollante? I'm lost. Like, educate me. Like, what did I miss? Did anybody get hints of Biollante? Because if you did, let me know. This is news to me. And I'm not against Biollante either, although I think he'd be better in like Kong Skull Island. The King of the Monsters plot leak you made fun of came true, which is funny as fuck. Yeah, which one came true? Like, I've read so many of them, and I don't remember any of them being... God, I don't even remember. But if they did, yeah, they did. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes the sun shines on your ass once in a while, right? Post credits. Of King of the Monsters? The forest popping up out of nowhere at the end credits of King of the Monsters. Yeah, but didn't they say that was due to the Titan radiation? Because I was looking at those post credits the other day. I didn't get any hint of Biollante from that. There's a plant in the trailer. Biollante confirmed. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Devel. That was the Titans fixing the world. That wasn't any hint of Biollante. Yeah, both. Bob the Reaper has it. That's because of their shit. Because they actually did say in one of the clippings that Titan manure is found to be beneficial. So I don't think that was Biollante. You guys might want to go revisit those paper clippings. So. Okay, we know that already. All right, so here's another person that's kind of referencing 2014. The most suitable...
Jacob Dallas super chatted $9.99. Do you think they nerfed Godzilla for the movie in terms of size and abilities, and if that's a possibility, do you really think this is a fair matchup if he is at a disadvantage because of plot?
No, I think, let me say this politely because I don't, I'm still trying to feel out all the new viewers now. And, I'm very blunt, and a lot of my veteran viewers know that about me. Some new people that normally come in, they kind of easily get offended by some of the shit I say.
Zach Talk super chatted $4.99. Rob, do you still stick with your theory after the man struck it down?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You know how many times D-Man's been wrong? Like, he's been wrong too, Let's not forget that. I accept the fact that I'm going to be wrong. Like, I'm cool with it. Like, it's no problem. One way or the other, I'm going to be happy to see the movie. Like, if my theory doesn't come true, I'm not going to be upset about it. But if it comes true, you better goddamn be sure I'm going to gloat. Oh, I'm going to gloat all day. But going back to the last super chat, yeah, so there's a lot of people think that he's going to change, that they change his size in the movie. And yeah, the only thing I got to say to that is just, you're fucking idiots. You're idiots. Did you see? All you got to do is watch it. You don't even have to watch the trailer closely. Okay? Go and look at Kong Skull Island, and then just look at this trailer. Look when he goes to put his finger towards the little girl. His nail, like, the size comparison is so the idea that Godzilla got smaller, no. But if he did get smaller, it's probably MechaGodzilla in disguise. So, now we know that they raised Kong up, but if you pay attention to the lore, then you know that the way they set it up was that Kong grew from that movie to this movie. Now that's a lot of growth over the span of 30 plus years, but it's growth nonetheless. We have no details on how you guys like that. I'm just dropping that in there for the memes at this point. With the whole disguise thing, but yeah, so I don't understand. Like, I kind of feel like maybe I shouldn't be so hard on people like that, because I have to understand that there's a lot of people that are into this right now that are not hardcore kaiju fans like everybody here. You know what I mean? I shouldn't assume that everybody watching the video is a hardcore kaiju fan. There's even some YouTubers covering this that I wouldn't expect, like Emergency Awesome. Like, I saw that he did a video on this, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm like,
Joe Biden tipped $1. Did someone say cotton earlier? I am Joe Biden and I approve this, so you know the thing that people approve.
Come on, man. I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Yeah, Emergency Awesome did a video on this. It's a little painful to watch, but he does a lot better than some other YouTubers. When I say painful, I like Emergency Awesome's videos. Since I don't read comics anymore, I watch him to keep up to speed because he still does. You know, my comic knowledge stops after the 90s. You know, once I got to like, you know, 20 years old, that was it. I was going out with girls and all that. You know, Emergency still reading comics, so I shouldn't say anything like that. I'm just kidding. I kid. Yeah, so the most subtle giveaway that the creature in the Hong Kong fight scene isn't Godzilla is the dorsal plates or the dorsal spines, he says. In G14 in King of the Monsters, Godzilla's atomic breath changes through his dorsal spines from the tail going upward. And there's been a consistent throughout. Now, I like this comment because he's talking about the scene where he's in, I believe, China or Hong Kong, maybe, with the neon light buildings. And if you notice, his dorsal plates go backwards. Like when they light up, and he's actually right. When they light up, it usually starts from the base and goes up. But in that scene, it's coming from the top and it starts going down. Now, we don't know if he's going to blow his atomic breath. I said blow. We don't know if he's going to be shooting his atomic breath at that point, but it could just be that he's flexing them, in which case if he's flexing them, then they can just go back and forth. So that's my guess. This one guy says, "You're still living?" I'm like, yeah, yep, welcome back to the channel, appreciate it. So I want to get to, okay, no, it doesn't stop here. Good.
Pedo Joe tipped $1. BLM Biden loves minors.
Oh, God.
Jacob Dallas super chatted $4.99. I think it's because the scaling in Godzilla cotton was so busted because of Ghidorah, so it's kinda shocking to believe that Kong grew so much.
That's a good point. I think that's a good point. Not to mention, there were some scenes in King of the Monsters that were shot very poorly in terms of scaling. One scene I always bring up in particular that bothered me the most is towards the end when Ghidorah wraps around Godzilla and lifts him into the sky. There's one scene where you see Ghidorah flying back. It just looks it doesn't look good. Like, it looks cool, like it's him, and but when you're so used to the scaling that was set up, and even in this movie, as much as we hate the close-up cam, that does help with the scaling. To see that shot so far back and him lifting Godzilla, it just looked off to me, I know there's some people who love that shot. I'm not, and it's all good, but to me, it just looked off. Like, I'm like, whoa, that doesn't look right. Damn, there's a lot of comments here. I should have come back here sooner. Yeah. It just looked off to me. It didn't look right. Damn boy dick. Do you know Kong can swim in water? Yeah, he can swim in water. I don't know what that's supposed to Are you saying that he should be able to put up a fight against Godzilla in water? Yeah, it's not happening. That's why that first match he's gonna lose. There's no way he's gonna have a chance in the water.
Mecha Chris Hansen tipped $1. That Funko Pop is actually me imitating a scene in GVK where I ask Godzilla and Kong to take a seat.
What do you think of Pacific Rim? I thought the first one was really, really good. I thought the second one was The second one wasn't good, but I liked the monster fights. You know what I mean? Because I just like monsters in general. But the second one was poor. the fact that they kind of crapped on all the characters prior to, in the first movies kind of pissed me off. They went with that very young approach. I don't know why movies feel the need to do that. They go from like characters that are like in their early 40s or mid 30s or even early 30s, and then they come in and they put people in that are like 16 years old. It's like, why? You know, like, it's okay if they're in their mid or late 20s or early 30s or mid, you know what I mean? Like, why are you going to put like kids in there? Where did you get that t-shirt? I would have to ask my wife. She got it for me for Christmas. I got another one coming in Saturday. I got the Team Godzilla shirt coming in. So I'll be rocking that Saturday night. Okay. It's the real Godzilla. Yeah, a lot of people here, it's the real Godzilla, it's the real Godzilla. But a lot of these more recent comments are kind of more leaning towards my opinion. So, okay, here's one, because we spoke about this earlier. So this guy's like, how have you seen the claw hands? No way you can hide them to look like regular Goji. Everything about the arms and hands cannot be fit to look like regular Goji. That's not true. As a robot, that's not true. So Rob Pro, use that, you'd rock the Team King shirt if Kong wins. What? I think I misunderstood your comment. Larva Mothra. All right, so then he says, number 2, have you ever thought that the atomic breath might be evolving like the rest? He by the way, he types rest, WREST. It could have been, look, could have been this, you know, hit the wrong key, no problem. Just wanted to point that out though. Rest of the entire MonsterVerse. In 2014, the laser was nearly white, but in 2019, the laser was very blue. So who says it can't change in this movie a couple of times? So he evolves from one movie to the next, but then in one movie, being Godzilla versus Kong, he evolves in the movie back and forth. So he actually regresses and then evolves and then regresses again, is this guy's argument. And then finally, then there's a part of Godzilla suddenly hates humanity. Well, let me ask you something. Did Godzilla ever really like humanity? Did he ever intentionally help them? I thought I made that argument pretty clear in a lot of my videos. But anyway, did he ever enjoy getting a bomb that only kills him dropped on him? Did he enjoy getting his... This is now... Listen to this now. I'm reading it very calmly, but sometimes you look at these and you're like, this guy must be pissed.
Justice Steel super chatted $5, so couple more questions. What's your thoughts on the SH Monster Arts figures, and also, how do you feel about the news of the Skull Island anime?
Skull Island anime is cool. I couldn't give you any opinions on figures because I'm not a collector. I only have 2X pluses because that's what I wanted. Rob, sorry, I meant promise me that you would rock a Team Kong shirt if Kong wins. Absolutely. You gonna buy it? If you buy it and he wins, I'll wear it. Sure. Sure. All right, so he says, did he enjoy getting his house blown up? Did he enjoy humans awakening his greatest rival and nearly getting him killed? Godzilla was never the good guy. He just wants to stop other titans who rival him, which is probably why he's even fighting Kong in the first place. I said that. And do you really think after all the shit humanity has done to him that he would still like them? You just said he never liked them at all, whether they did good or bad. MechaGodzilla is probably the last straw for Godzilla to turn against us. So I don't think the idea of Godzilla being evil is actually a fake Godzilla. Makes much sense. He might know it's specifically Apex that is evil in humanity, but how would a giant ass lizard recognize which humans are Apex and which humans aren't? I just don't believe any of your points. I never said any of that. I said pinpoint the set of humans, not any specific human. Like if he was attacking a Monarch base, right? And Millie Bobby Brown happened to be there, I'm not saying he's gonna stop and be like, you know what? There's Millie Bobby Brown. I mean, let me just relax. I never said that. I don't understand. Oh, here's one. So if it is MechaGodzilla, then shouldn't we hear loud metal banging noises whenever Kong hits it?
Godzilla tipped $1. I just saved y'all's asses twice. Fuck off.
Yeah, Kong would do that, Steve. That's true.
Jacob Bell tipped $1. Rob, I'm helping a friend make a video about this. Don't know if we'll be done tonight, but he wants to send it to you privately first. So he's not trying to steal your clout. It's his second video on his YouTube.
He doesn't have to. Wait. He wants to send it to me for what though? Like just for me to see it, or because you said he doesn't want to steal my clout? What does he need my? Like, he doesn't need my approval, dude. He can do whatever content he wants. I don't have a claim on this theory. There are like at least several other YouTubers that have a theory similar to mine. So just tell him to do him, you know. But send me, you know, let me know when it's uploaded so I can check it out. What the freak is James Varlow putting up there? Did I find your comment? What comment did you make, Severio? Look, Severio, this is not like the old days, man, okay? There's a 3-second delay on chat. We still have 300 people here as of right now. It's not that easy to peel through now, you know, unfortunately. You might have to retype it. Okay, this is Ryan. Now, Ryan, I actually somewhat know Ryan. Not personally, but he was on the Nation Facebook page for a long time. So he says it's not MechaGodzilla. The movie is called Godzilla vs. Kong, not MechaGodzilla vs. Kong. If it were MechaGodzilla the whole time, that would be a ridiculous cop-out and would ruin the whole movie. Let's just pretend for a second, okay? Let's just pretend for 1 minute. I know there's still a lot of people here that don't agree with my theory. That's all fine and well. But let's pretend for a second everybody here did believe MechaGodzilla was in disguise. Do you actually think they would make him fight Kong the whole movie? I just want to get a general consensus. Remember, Wheaties. In my theory, he only fights Kong once, and that's it. No. Raven Knight's like, yes, no. Raven Knight, did you say that to be special? No, hell no. Right. That's what I thought. It's a fake switch. Hell no, Rob, it would be utter shit. I agree. Even if he actually turns out to be disguised, if they would actually do that, I don't care how right or wrong I was, I would be pissed. You know what I mean? Of course, Adam Green, he has no confidence in them. No, nope. It'll be like when he first fought Anguirus. The only difference is Kong's not going to get his jaw ripped off. Poor Anguirus. We knew him well. All right. Okay. When Kong punches Godzilla in the trailer in Hong Kong, you can literally see blood coming out from Godzilla. That's Godzilla would be very anticlimactic. The movie would be if it would. It would be very anticlimactic. The movie is Godzilla versus Kong, not Mecha versus another person making the same argument. Yeah, I heard a couple of. I know what scene he's talking about. He's talking about the scene, and he's actually wrong. He's not talking. He's talking about the scene where he gets hit with the rock. I've slowed that down. It looks like debris to me. It doesn't look like blood. Did anyone take a close look at that? What do you think? It doesn't look like blood to me. It looks like debris, like from the rock hitting him. And it's not to say Godzilla hasn't bled before. He bled in the first movie when the Mutos were poking at him. You can see blood popping up. But it doesn't look like blood. It looks like debris. Debris or smoke, yeah. Didn't look like blood at all. It's hard. Yeah, it could be hard to tell too. It could be, I think it could go either way. It could be either blood or debris, but I took it as it being debris or smoke, like Dub said. To get Zilla to bleed, you must crack the armor. Yes. Is it red? I couldn't even tell if it was red. You know what? Let's take a look real quick. Let me pull it up. Well, what I'll do is I'll forward it to that spot, and then I'll pause it, because if I go back and forth, I'll get a copyright. Well, I probably got a copyright claim anyway, but it's all good. We'll take a look at it. Okay, here it is. I'm over here like, where's the mute button? All right, give me a second. Let me forward it to that part, and we'll pull it up and take a look. So this is towards the end where he hits him with the rock. Okay, let's see here. That. Okay, here it is. Oh, here it is. All right, let me pause it. And all right, let's leave it there. We'll pull it up real quick. All right, so here's a shot. So I'm gonna forward it a little bit, and you guys let me know what you think. There it is, right there above Kong's forearm. That looks like smoke. It's not even red. It's more like a grayish color. Plus, he's hitting him like in the side of the jaw. I don't know. It looks like smoke to me, or debris from the rock itself. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's dust off the rock? Yeah. Yeah, not blood. That bits of rock coming off? Yeah. It could be anything. That's dust off the rock. Yeah, I think it's dust or some sort of debris from the rock. I don't think that's blood. Because if it was blood, it wouldn't poof like that. It'd be more like liquidy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to explain, like, yeah, you ever seen like a Rocky movie and Rocky gets punched and then like you see the blood like spew out, but it's like he's spitting out blood? And that looks like smoke. That doesn't look like blood. Or just like dust. Yeah. I think it's like dust. It's caca. That's a weird spot to get caca. That's a weird spot to get caca. You know what I'm saying? The robot fluid. Yeah. All right, and real quick, guys, I wanted to let you know, since I have a lot of you here, Saturday I'll be here with Fat Samurai Guy and Lady Fat Blood, as well as the Asian movie enthusiast. So for those of you guys who don't know who Fat Samurai Guy is, he's the one who hold on.
Fisherman tipped $1. That's Blood J. Oh my fucking god, J, are you seeing thing? We need to call a veterinarian man. JJ, oh god, J, look at this fucking giant lizard getting hammered by this fucking ape, J. J, call the military, J. Oh MFG, JJ.
It's a baby fucking whale, J. Yeah, so they're gonna be here on Saturday night, joining us for the stream. I'm waiting to hear from D-Man. He officially accepted the challenge, but he has not given me what day he's gonna come in yet. So I'm not gonna sit around and wait for D-Man. We'll get other people up in here. All right, he knows he's got an open invitation, and I already shouted him out, so he can't say no. He knows that, so now he doesn't have a choice. was gonna say. So yeah, so for those who don't know, Fat Samurai Guy, he and his wife have done Godzilla trailers in the past. They've been very, very popular trailers, like a couple of 100,000 views for King of the Monsters, and I think he already cracked 100,000 views for his Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. But a lot of people loved his wife's reaction to King of the Monsters when it came out. So yeah, they'll be here Saturday, and then Asian movie enthusiast, who's a buddy of his, will also be here. He's a big Asian movie enthusiast, so he wanted to talk about some not only the Godzilla vs. Kong movie, but he wanted to talk about some of the older movies as well. So it should be a lot of fun if you're into the kaiju stuff. So, all right, let's keep going down this chat section. So this guy says, I disagree. Godzilla is definitely a hero. He saved the Earth from Ghidorah and King of the Monsters. Yeah, there was significant damage caused, but in the grand scheme of things, it was necessary. Yeah, he's definitely not a hero. Let me see. I like this one. You sound like an attorney trying to convince a jury that someone who looks exactly like your defendant did the deed. Sorry, but Godzilla turned to the dark side and Kong stepped in to help humanity. Sounds like a Kong bias fan right there. No, the thing of it is that I see some differences in the designs. So, how did he get back in here? Hold on a second. That's not supposed to happen. Okay. All right, taken care of. Hey Rob, did you see the mini Godzilla figure they showed today? You hear about the real small ones? Like the Hellhawk and all that? Yeah, I saw those. All right. Okay. Okay, check this one out. This one's good because apparently I was supposed to know this my first time. Well, you were supposed to know this your first time watching the trailer unless you pause it. But anyway, sorry, but this whole MechaGodzilla in disguise is all BS. If you paid close attention to the trailer, you can notice that Godzilla is specifically attacking Apex facilities, which is not true. By the way, this movie is called Godzilla vs. Kong, not MechaGodzilla vs. Kong. These theories are just BS made from Godzilla fans because their lizard got clapped the whole trailer. Wow. These Kong fans are so... Oh, I enjoyed it more when the Kong fans were more, more just kind of humility, I want to get more enjoyment out of watching Godzilla fans. If Godzilla loses, I want my enjoyment to come from Godzilla fans being salty over the loss. I'm not going to get too much enjoyment out of Kong fans taking the L and Godzilla fans talking shit because Godzilla fans are already talking shit. Plus, I'm not expecting much from Kong. I'm not going to be shocked if he wins, but realistically, I think he's going to lose. So okay, here's another one. Yeah, no, it's the real Godzilla. MechaGodzilla is what's causing Godzilla to rampage. I don't know how anybody could equate that. MechaGodzilla's first appearance in the film won't be until the very end when he bursts out of the mountain. It's literally called Godzilla vs. Kong for a reason. And if it's really MechaG fighting along throughout the film, then that's a cheap direction. I never once said that. This is how you know people don't watch your videos. Not only that, why... Can someone explain to me why would you wait till the end to reveal MechaGodzilla? You telling me he's just going to pop out of the mountain like, I'm here? Like, there was no setup for him? He's just going to be at the end, popping out of the mountain. That's it. It's like Godzilla and Kong are fighting, and you hear the mountain explode. It's like, hi. What? Oh my God. I wish there was a way I could pour Wheaties in the chat section of the comment section of my videos. Excuse me. Okay, hold on a minute. How can he be Mecha at the start of the film? He's all silver, so it makes no sense. So what he's saying is at the start of the trailer. He's saying that how could it be Mecha Godzilla in disguise if in the beginning of the trailer Mecha Godzilla is all silver? Because that's the only part that Mecha Godzilla pops up apparently. You know, just I don't know. Oh my God. So this guy says, I can't accept the fact that a weak, sedated Kong kicked G's ass back into the ocean. I'm not that kind of Godzilla fan. Like, I'm a huge Godzilla fan, but I'm not. Well, you guys know by now. You've been here. Some of you have been here at least over a week already watching me in streams, and I've defended Kong quite a bit. Godzilla has been shown to take immediate action when the balance is being threatened, whether or not Kong is in Mutos or no. Okay. Here's another one. Oh, come on. The title is Godzilla vs. Kong, so why on earth will they entitle it Godzilla vs. Kong if the fight will be between MechaGodzilla and Kong? Oh, so short-sighted and short-minded. It's okay. It's all right. Okay. Okay, this guy had like 7 reasons. Oh, wait. Okay, so this guy says, this is why MechaGodzilla is not disguised as Godzilla. Kong uses his battle axe to absorb the atomic breath, making a strong pulse that means the metal would be visible or is now visible. MechaGodzilla has a hand larger than Kong and Godzilla. So that's his assessment. That's his assessment. Godzilla versus Hong Kong. Did D-Man respond to your debate? He did. I just said. He said he would do it. Wasn't that you that asked that before? Or was that somebody else? Maybe somebody else with the same icon. But yeah. How many? Hold on a minute. For those of you who are all here, D-Man accepted the challenge, and I'm just waiting for him to get back to me on when his schedule is going to open up. Sorry, this is like the 4th time somebody asked, so I wanted to make an announcement. All right. I'm looking for this one specific comment. And I'm trying to find it because it really I showed it to like on a nation. It really made me laugh. If I don't find it here, because I don't want to keep scrolling. This is like 500 comments. I don't want to keep scrolling through all this. But somebody came out and said, how could it be MechaGodzilla? MechaGodzilla is a robot, and this one is swimming underwater. Something along the line. Basically, he was saying that it couldn't be MechaGodzilla because Godzilla was swimming underwater. Because, you know, in Pacific Rim, those robots never went underwater. Later, Kingsley. I heard some people say MechaG design, even though the image is too blurry and real to see the details. Yeah. Yeah, that was a real thing here. I was looking for that one. That was my favorite one. I laughed so hard when I read that. I thought to myself, man, these people. I was like... You can see MechaGodzilla rainbow colors on the Warner Brothers logo in the beginning. Look closely. No, you don't need to look closely. It's there in clear daylight. I didn't bring it up in my video, but I brought it up to a couple of more people, like speaking in Messenger. It was brought up in a big discussion we had. A couple of people had on the Zoom call. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, good fella. That's exactly what happened. Like, I was doing the Seinfeld thing in my head. Oh, man. Somebody said this ain't the real Rob, it's Mecha Rob in disguise. Yo, E.T.N, just wanted to say you've kept me very entertained during quarantine. Oh, man, I'm happy to hear that. That's good, because quarantine's rough right now, man. Everybody's, you know, trying to... There's some people that are still being very patient with what's going on. There's some people that are losing it. And one way or the other, you know, hopefully we just get... Hopefully it'll... Things will open back up by the spring, you know. Unfortunately... COVID's not going anywhere. You know, it's something we're going to have to live with forever. So the whole idea of locking down is kind of pointless. We have to face it at some point, you know? And, you know, that's that. Robadora. All I know is the Monsterverse needs to continue. Well, it is going to continue. You didn't hear the news? We're getting a Kong anime on Netflix, based on Skull Island. Well, it's Skull Island anime based on the Monsterverse. Whether or not Kong's in it or not is, you know, remains to be seen. But it's an anime or animated TV show. If the Godzilla Kong fights does turn out to be MechaG, then I really hope we don't only see the real Godzilla at the end. We'll see the real Godzilla throughout the movie. You're going to get the real Godzilla in this movie. Monsterverse movies need to continue. Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. I agree with you. I would love for them to continue, but to be honest, I've been kind of feeling like it's going to end for a while after this movie, and actually getting a Monsterverse Skull Island show almost convinces me that it's coming to an end in the movies. So... Oh, yeah, the Jet Jaguar arms, man. He definitely missed, you know, it's all about missing leg day. He missed arm day. Rob, do you think the MechaG is the one fighting Kong on the carrier? Because they just used that for a lot of promotion photos, and it would feel weird if it wasn't Godzilla. The fact that they especially used it for promos is why I think more and more that it's him in disguise on that carrier. You know? People will only be upset about it being Godzilla in disguise is if you wait too long to put the real Godzilla up against Kong. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. There is going to be something in the movie that's going to signify to us that that is the fake MechaGodzilla. And that way we can differentiate when the real Godzilla shows up. So that way you know he's fighting the real Godzilla. Like and there's many different ways they can do it. One thing I told a couple of people were, it wouldn't surprise me if, let's say, again, all theory, right? All opinion, not saying it's a guarantee, but going with that, it wouldn't surprise me if they do something like change MechaGodzilla's suit breath, like the disguised MechaGodzilla, if it turns red. And we saw it blue for the trailer, but they changed it in the movie and it's red. Kind of like what they did with the, you know, what they did with the Avengers, where it wasn't really Hulk running with the Avengers in Wakanda. It was basically Bruce Banner in the Iron Man suit or in the Hulkbuster suit. The skin moves when he stands up. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Dude, they have anti-gravity ships in the movie. You think it's going to be that hard to simulate movement on a generated skin? If they can make anti-gravity ships, not planes, ships, how hard do you think it would be for them to develop a fake, like a moving or simulate movement on a fake skin that's covering their machine? It's not. I mean, think about, I said this in my video, man. I'll say it again. Think about real life. When you watch documentaries on like crazy science or UFOs or pseudoscience, every time they mention anti-gravity technology, it's in relation to alien technology. Something we don't even know we could develop naturally.
Kaiju tipped $1. Rob,
So-
what about possibility of it being another Godzilla? As in reference to the cotton newspaper clippings? The spikes on Godzilla going into the ship and then coming out of the water in Kong's face are very pointy. Spikes elsewhere look curved, no?
I definitely think, it's very subtle what they're trying to show. So, you know what I mean? Great streaming. What do you think of the next MonsterVerse movie Apex creates, guy again? I'm not banking on the next MonsterVerse movie right now. Like if they do another one, that'd be great. But I'm not,
3 days awesome super chatted $4.99. I have to admit, you're changing my opinion on the Mechagodzilla theory a bit. Love the channel and glad you're still doing YouTube.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and I think the reason I'm convincing people is because I've taken probably a little bit too much time looking into it and researching it than I think people would be willing to do. Like you kind of watch a trailer, you're taking it at face value. I've learned with this MonsterVerse that that's probably the right approach, because I did the same thing for 2014 and I was completely wrong on everything. I did not do the same thing for King of the Monsters, and there were some unexpected surprises. And this time I kind of feel like with MechaGodzilla, for some reason, one of the most epic things about him when he first got into Godzilla's world, like the movies, was the fact that he was disguised. And an interesting note here, and if you haven't watched the 74 movie, which I'm pretty sure you all have, in the 74 movie, you guys remember, his roar was not Godzilla's roar. It was a different roar. And there are 2 scenes in this trailer where Godzilla's roar is literally not his roar. Like, literally not his roar. Like, you listen closely, and the music is pretty loud, but somebody did a very cool thing. I don't know how they did it. They stripped the music out of the trailer completely and kept the regular audio, and you could really hear it. Somebody posted it on the Nation Facebook page. I wish I could show you guys. I really can't because, the copyright stuff. But it's out there. I know some people here have seen it. And it's pretty you know what? Maybe I kind of want you guys to see what I'm talking about here. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get slick. Maybe I'll try and because it is without the music. And maybe I can just play that and not necessarily show you guys. I'll tell you what part it is and just listen. There's a big change. Like it's not even close to the normal roar. And when I heard that, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, wow, that's pretty different. So give me a second here. Let me just find it. It's gonna take a few minutes to kind of scroll through it. Is it from the Hong Kong shot? That's one of them. But the other one is from the aircraft carrier, which is the one I think is MechaGodzilla fighting Kong. That's why when I saw it, I was like, oh, I wish I could show this, but we're gonna try and play it real quick here. I won't show you the actual trailer. I'll just let you hear it. So just give me a second because it's pretty far down. Because there have been so many people spamming and making comments, not spamming, but making comments, talking about new theories. There's so many people excited right now. And we've also had an influx of a lot of people coming in. So even though it was only posted like the other day, it's already sunken into the depths of Facebook. In fact, this might be it. Nope, that's not it. That was the teaser trailer for Shin Ultraman, which don't ask me anything about Ultraman. I'm completely out of my element there. Unfortunately, I didn't grow up with Ultraman, so by the time he got here to the States on like cable TV and all that, I was already not watching that kind of stuff. All right, gimme. I'm still scrolling down. I know it's here, and I thought it was pretty interesting. All right, keep going. That's not it. Keep going. There's so many video clips. Okay, here. Nope, that's not it. I thought that was it. There's so many different video clips of people doing different things with the movie. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Oh, come on. Where are you? I was looking at it today too, in fact. So, actually, that's a funny meme I'll show you guys afterwards. Somebody put a funny meme up. Okay, that's not it. Oh, come on. Damn. How far down is this damn thing? Nope. Oh, it's coming. It's okay. Here it is. I found it. All right. Okay, this is it. So let me pause it. Let me open it up. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now you're gonna hear the original first part of the roar, and listen to the second part of it. All right, very closely. I just found it, James. Thanks, though. Okay, let me put the volume up. Okay, here we go. Listen closely. This is part of the. This is when he's climbing on the aircraft carrier, minus the music. You're gonna hear his roar, and then listen to after his initial roar. Let me put your volume up so you guys can hear this better. All right, here we go. All right, did you hear the echo? All right, now listen to this one. Let me pull it back a little bit.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people.
All right, hold on. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back because I don't want to play that part. All right, now this is his normal roar. Right here. Let me pull it back. His normal roar. This is not... Okay, hold on. Not that one. Okay. I just want to get by the parts of the movie where they're talking. Okay. All right, this is... All right, this is his normal roar coming up. You hear that, which is, you know, the... So let me pull it back a little bit. I feel like the audio is not that good, but I think it's because I have my headphones down. Because my stuff comes out loud. All right, I'm going to play his normal roar again, and then I'm going to go back to the beginning. All right, here's his normal roar. Okay, that's the normal roar. We're going to play the beginning. You're going to hear his roar, then you're going to hear the beginning of his roar again, and then listen after that. Listen closely. All right, normal roar coming up. All right, that echo right there. I'll keep playing it back. Let me play it back again. Right there. Right there. I'll keep playing it so you guys can hear it. Right there. You hear like it's like a double tap in his throat or some shit. I don't know how to explain it, but right there. Yep, right there. Then this is the one in the city where the neon buildings are. Although I think this is the real Godzilla in this movie. So I don't know, but this is his roar when he's in the neon city. It is different. So I don't know how to kind of take this one. Right there. Bring it back again. Yeah, so this is the one in the city with the neon lights, which is the one I'm arguing is actually the real Godzilla, but the roar is different. Yeah. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, it's not part of my theory, but you know, there is some differences there. You know, it could just be that they changed his roar a little bit. I mean, that's a fair argument. They did it in King of the Monsters. King of the Monsters, they took one of his original roars and kind of inserted it in several scenes. So could it possibly be they're doing what the old films do and not sounding a full-blown roar, but parts of it? Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna, you know, deny that. I just think it was interesting. You know, it's more the first one than that one that I just played. The first one where he goes, that I was like, whoa, that's new, that's different. But you know, it could just be that they want to change it up. That's all. No, that's not my catch, Kerry. To be fair, that's somebody else. I just noticed it and I wanted to share it. That's all. At least share with people that I'm not the only one that believes that theory. As crazy a theory as it is. I know. Me trying to. Hey, Israel, you never emailed me your shipping address. You have till tomorrow to do it. Otherwise, I give your piggy bank to somebody else. A remix of the 2014 War. I mean, you know, it could just be that they're trying something new. That's all. It could be nothing, but it's at least worth pointing out. You know. Rob, I was watching some of your older videos when you were sitting in the theaters, and you then started to realize that the leaks were true. What were your initial thoughts? I wasn't thinking about the leaks. Yeah, look. I don't hang whether a leak is wrong or right. I don't hang my hat on that. I just don't. Like, I don't care if I'm wrong or right about it. Like, if somebody, like, because a lot of people do that. They'll come back like, you were wrong. And I'm like, okay. Like, what is the person who comes back and says I'm wrong, or even if I'm right, what do we both really get out of that? Like, what are the rewards for that? Nothing. Like, I'm not, if 40 people come up and say you were wrong, then yeah, they're right. I was wrong. But so what happens after that? Like, what's the next part? Do I get beaten? Like, are they going to kidnap me and tie me to a chair and beat me for being wrong? Believe me, the last thing I'm thinking about when I watch the movie are leaks. The last thing I'm going to be thinking about when watching this movie coming up is my own theory, unless it actually comes true. So, yeah, I did see the Ultraman trailer. It looks cool. I know it's an ego thing. That's part of the thing. Like, I mean, yeah, we all have egos to an extent, but you know, I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now. So it's like, I don't let shit like that really kind of. Now, I will admit though, if I'm right about this theory, I'm gonna gloat, but that's only because there's so many people talking shit to me about it that they kind of deserve that. But you know, if you noticed, or I might be wrong, but I don't know if you noticed or not, but it seems like there is something wrong with Godzilla. Like, he's twitching 2 minutes into the trailer. You got to be more specific, like where exactly in the trailer, because I heard some other people say that. In fact, James, I think you even mentioned that in the scene where it's daytime and him and Kong are across from each other. I think you said the same thing, that it looked like Godzilla was twitchy. I see what you're saying about the aircraft roar, but it's been used in the other films. Can you show me where? Because I've never heard it. I'm being sincere. I've never heard it. So if you could point it out to me, I would love to hear it, because we can just debunk this as any possibility. Because I have the movies right now. I'll play it, like not on screen, but I'll go and listen to it right now. I would love to hear that. Yeah, when he's staring at the axe, I think it was James Sidoti told me that he thought he was twitchy. Rob, I feel like the aircraft carrier part is Godzilla because his gills move when he roars, and would MechaGodzilla go for Kong first because MechaGodzilla is to kill both Kong and Godzilla? Okay, I kind of been over this one already. The whole gill things or his body moving or shaking, that's not hard to simulate. If you're a company that can build anti-gravity ships, the idea of simulating movement. I mean, we see that kind of simulating movement. There's technology for that now. So if these guys are building anti-gravity machines, who's to say that if you go touch MechaGodzilla, he's not going to feel like Godzilla? That's number one. Number two, MechaGodzilla might want to kill both Kong and Godzilla, but he may not be able to take out Godzilla by himself. What better way than to instigate a fight between the two? And not only that, I think MechaGodzilla's mission is more than just killing Kong and Godzilla. But my point being is, if you're gonna, right now, up until this point in this movie, Kong and Godzilla have had no reason to meet or fight. None whatsoever, okay? If MechaGodzilla is planting seeds, if he's planting seeds that Godzilla is going to be the villain, or Godzilla's bad, or he's turning on humanity, and he decides to come out there and start destroying stuff, and then Monarch notices this, draws their attention, and they're getting Kong to fight him. And if MechaGodzilla's plan was indeed to kill Godzilla, he doesn't want any interference, so try and take out Kong first. I mean, there's many different directions you can go. That's just one example. So in Godzilla 2014, I believe when the flying Muto hits behind Godzilla and Godzilla turns around and claws at him at the building, I believe it's the same roar. Now I could totally be wrong about this. I'm guessing you might be, but you might not be. I don't know. So I believe when the flying Muto hits behind Godzilla and Godzilla turns around and claws at him. Are you talking about when they first meet? Are you talking about when he's about to step on the female Muto and blow his smoke at her, or blow his atomic breath at her, and then he gets cut off by the flying Muto? Which scene exactly? You got to be very specific with me, because I know the movie inside and out. The Orca was destroyed, although somebody told me that there's supposed to be another one in Castle Bravo. I don't know how legit that is, though. It must be in the books. That Atomic Tony would be a horrible deal. It's right after he uses his atomic breath and gets cut off. Wait. I'm confused, because he doesn't actually get cut off from using the breath. When he first fights the female Muto, he's kind of wrestling with her back and forth. Then he kind of pushes her to the ground. He steps on her chest, a la what he did to King Ghidorah. And he's about to blow his breath, but it doesn't actually come out because he gets cut off by the Muto. Are you talking about that? Or are you talking about after he uses the atomic breath against the female Muto and then turns his attention to the male? Because after the female Muto gets hit with the atomic breath, she's kind of laid out for a bit. And then she goes after the men. And then shortly thereafter, Godzilla finishes off the male Muto by knocking his ass into the building. After he actually uses it? Okay. Give me a second. Let me pull up the movie. Because if he uses that roar in that movie, then yeah. Then that kind of makes that whole thing that we were just watching moot. Okay. We'll just have to fast forward it. Movies. And where is my... There it is. Okay. I'm just going to have to mute this real quick. Oh, it's right here. Look at that. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. I'll just fast forward it right to this part. Actually, you know what I'll do? I can't really mute it because... So I'll mute the audio for you guys. So bear with me a second. Okay, here it comes. All right. Okay, we're fast forwarding 10 seconds. All right, he's using the atomic breath. Let me put my volume up. Okay, Muto goes down. Here comes. Playing it again, hold on. No, he doesn't do that in that part. I'll play it again just to be sure. I'll go through it again. Yeah, he growl. All right, so when the flying Muto hits him, the flying Muto does his cackle. Then Godzilla growls, and then he does his roar, and his roar is straight. There's no echo, and there's no, you know what I mean? It's a straight roar. I just don't get MechaG swimming. Seems wacky to me. I don't know. Just go watch Pacific Rim if you want to see robots swimming. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't resist. It's just I don't understand, like, what is the problem with MechaG swimming? Is it because he's a robot? Is it because he's a robot Godzilla? If Godzilla can swim and MechaG is supposed to simulate Godzilla, then why can't MechaG swim? I'll do it again. I forgot the volume was down. Yeah, I don't know what this thing is where people suddenly, like, metal things can't be in water, right? Like Scum just said it, a submarine. Oh, fuck. Like, what's going on? Yeah, but there are many things that are underwater that have electronics within them. You think they're good? I mean, do you actually think they will build a MechaGodzilla that can't go underwater? The warranty on MechaG doesn't cover water damage, right? MechaGodzilla is already unrealistic enough. Him being able to swim is too much. Yeah, it is too much. You can't do it. Rob, I don't know about you, but when I watched the trailer and Godzilla was swimming with the jets attacking him, there was the red glow lights on his side and the back. Yeah, I did notice that. I didn't really want to bring that up in the video because, you know, I'll put it this way. I did bring that up a lot in a Zoom call. That and his tail. I didn't bring those up in the video because that could also, in terms of his tail, it could be water currents, not water currents. Like, you know how his tail splashes out the water? And you know whenever you come out of the water really fast, you kind of bring a trail with you? So I thought to myself, that could be a reflection from the glistening of the water, and then he's leaving a trail. But there are parts of that tail that look very metallic. And then when he gets bombarded by the missiles and he's swimming in the water, I did notice, like, the way it caught fire. I was like, man, there's something different about that compared to when he's been hit with missiles before. But then I've argued already that you really can't reference 2014 because they've gone so far from that. And 2014 was the only movie he got hit with missiles. He didn't get really hit with missiles. Did he get hit with missiles? I mean, he got hit with the oxygen destroyer, but he was underwater. I'm talking about, like, actually bullets and missiles penetrating his skin or hitting his skin. Where when you look at the 2014 movie, you know, you could see the missiles explode his body, but they didn't catch fire. This Godzilla's body was on fire, which I don't know if they're doing that with this. I thought it was a significant difference, and I thought it would be notable, but I didn't have any previous theory to back it up other than the 2014 movie, and I didn't really want to reference that because we're so far removed from that movie. Wow, 40 million, man. That's amazing.
Tyler Brown tipped $1. Oil rigs, submarine, missiles, boat motor, anything Army, Marine, Coast Guard related. Yeah, sure, we'll believe that a mechanical giant in 2021 can't be in the ocean.
Yeah. Bob the Reaper 101. Yeah, that is a fair point. That was something else that we spoke about, but I didn't bring that up in my video either because there are other instances where Godzilla's eyes glow. In King of the Monsters, his eyes glow a number of times, even before the ending when he's powered up. I thought the glow was, there was no consistency. There wasn't enough consistency into when his eyes glow and when they don't for me to bring it up as something notable. They seem to be very inconsistent about that. So because of that, I think it's just something they want you to think he can just control it at any moment. But I did notice that as well. When he's blowing his atomic breath at the city, his eyes are glowing. When he's blowing it at Kong, his eyes aren't glowing. We did notice that. Good night, honey. Yeah, me and a couple of the guys here, like, what was it? It was me, James Sidoti, I think Steve Miller was there, Omni was there. Simon, you weren't there. Tyler, I think Tyler was there. And a couple of us, we were all on a Zoom call. And we talked about this for like 3 or 4 hours. And I literally went through like almost every frame of the trailer. We all ran it by each other. And then, you know, if we thought it was notable, I wrote it down and I made sure to bring it up. And if we thought it wasn't notable, we just ignored it. 5 hours, was it? Yeah, 5 hours Zoom call. We're such nerds. Yeah, they had more than enough time to perfect the movie. The axe glows red when Kong grabs it. Yeah, and that might be another clue. If Kong's going to have the axe early in the movie, and let's say he does have another encounter with MechaGodzilla, even if they don't end up fighting or whatever, like, will the axe glow when Godzilla's around and it doesn't glow when MechaG's around? Wouldn't that be some funny shit? Yo, I forgot WandaVision tomorrow. Yeah, I know. So exciting. I'm thinking it's going to get better as you go.
Tyler Brown tipped $1. I was there. It was also mentioned how the atomic breath and dorsal plates were different shades of blue in different scenes.
Yeah. That to me is either CGI inconsistency or they're trying to tell you something. That's why it's you know, that's why I think there's a chance it might be that he's disguised. Like I said, there's not enough hardcore evidence, but there's enough subtle differences in that trailer that I took note of it. Because they've been fairly consistent with his colors and his designs, at least, well, not really, because the lighter color, was it? No, it wasn't. No, he was dark blue in King of the Monsters. Okay. You've been loving, I think it's, I'll put it like this. I've been loving the actors, Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. I can't say that I love the show because the show is dependent on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It doesn't stand on its own 2 feet. And I don't like that. You know what I mean? We will know what's what when the movie comes out. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, I think Kong is going to fight a machine once. If the theory is true, once again, because, you know, but I think it'll only be once they meet. After that, it's going to be all Godzilla and Kong. Why would humans even bother disguising MechaG as Godzilla anyway? Because if you want to kill Godzilla, you're not going to do it with the other Titans. He is their master. All right? Apex is not thinking to recruit Kong, and even if they did, they probably don't think he can beat him.
Stephen Miller tipped $3.33. I looked back at the leaked toy of the Godzilla with the red armor, and I am thinking that red armor has something to do with MechaGodzilla's disguise.
Yeah, Yeah, I mentioned. Remember you mentioning that, and then finally, you're gonna need humanity. You already know humanity has the oxygen destroyer. If they're gonna use it on Godzilla, you gotta turn humanity on Godzilla. How do you do that? You disguise MechaGodzilla and send him on a rampage, then send him into hiding. And when Godzilla shows up to see what's up, everybody starts attacking him. And because everybody's attacking Godzilla, Godzilla's gonna attack back and then bring in Kong. I'm just gonna sit here and let that soak in a little bit. Or I'm completely wrong. Damn you, logical bastard. Yeah, one day, you know what's gonna, yeah, Swagger, right? One day I'm gonna lean back on this chair and it's gonna fucking fall because it's already creaking. I gotta get a new one. Yeah, that is Sarazawa's son. I feel like Godzilla and Kong are going to be teaming, but Godzilla badly hurt by Kong's axe. I agree with that. Especially now with the cyberpunk meme. I have two. I have the cyberpunk meme, and then I have the non-cyberpunk meme one. Rob, has Rodan been confirmed? He's always confirmed, now and forever.
Mikey Leon super chatted $5.49. Do you think Apex will use Dagon's bones from 2014 as the base for MechaG? Maybe Ghidorah's brain?
Yeah, I think those are plausible. Certainly. God, I wish this was like Civil War and there is no team up. Yeah, well, in Civil War there was a team up. It's just one team versus, it was like Team Iron Man versus Team Captain America. I hear robotic sounds when Godzilla is climbing the ship. I hear weird sounds when he's climbing the ship. I wouldn't say robotic, but I hear weird sounds. I'll just say that. Rob, do you think there'll be a post-credit scene or more of a open-ended ending? I think it's going to be an open-ended ending. If you get a post-credit scene, they're going to have to answer that. I don't think they want to put themselves in a position where they feel like they have to deliver. So I think an open ending, so that way they can assess what they have and then go from there. What's going on, Ryan?
Newts for Kaiju tipped $1. Have to say that I for one am totally fine not getting another trailer. They have us Monsterverse fans what we needed and also did a good job pulling in the GA by picking sides. I don't want to know anything else. Do you? They spoiled Kaufman trailers.
He said caught him. Stoned watching King of the Monsters. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a King of the Monsters, Skull Island, Godzilla 2014 rundown when the what is that noise? You don't recognize that tune? I don't know. I guess you have to play Cyberpunk, but I just can't wait to be king. Oh God. Oh my God, stop that. Those clanking noises everyone says they hear when Godzilla is climbing up the ship just sounds like the jets moving and blowing up as well as the carrier rocking back and forth to me. I don't think it's clear enough to make either or distinction. I think if you don't believe in the theory, yes, it sounds like that. If you do believe in the theory, yes, it sounds like the other. If you're trying to be objective, I really can't tell. Rob, do you think Godzilla vs. Kong will be more of a quality film than King of the Monsters? I mean, on legit, solid writing. Yeah, it's gotta be solid writing. Because remember, while the excitement for this movie is bigger, a lot of that has to do with the fact that we've been waiting for it for so long. So yeah, you know, it all depends on that. I think that has a lot to do with it, is what I'm saying. I didn't realize it was 10:04. There's so many people to talk to now than there were before. So I'm kind of not used to that, and I lost track of time.
Manila tipped $3.33. I can't wait to make my appearance in the movie.
Yeah, let's not even joke about that. Because if you see Manila in the film, you're definitely seeing the end of the Monsterverse. You know what I mean? So, all right, that is the end for tonight. I want to thank everybody for being here. I normally don't stream Thursday, so I thought it was a great turnout. I really appreciate you guys showing up again. We'll be back again tomorrow night, but really Saturday night's going to be the big one because we have some guests here. We'll talk more Godzilla vs. Kong. Tomorrow, you know, we can talk about whatever. I mean, I know it'll end up being Godzilla vs. Kong, and that's fine, but I don't really have a set topic for tomorrow. Outside of Godzilla, there's really nothing much going on in the entertainment industry. You know, it's kind of a slow burn. But, yeah, I know. I'll be back tomorrow. But, yeah. Did D-Man reach out to you? He did. We'll be getting together soon, as soon as he's ready. Yeah. But, yeah, you guys have a great night. Thank you for those who hit the join button and are part members of the E.T.N. Entertainment Talk Nation channel. I'm going to get more into that on Saturday because that's the official launch, and I'll let you guys know what kind of benefits there are and all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, thank you guys all for being here. Thank you everybody for the support. Thank you for the donations. I really love it. Love you guys for that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Light on the videos tomorrow. I have a lot to prepare for in terms of what's coming. I got a lot of requests, and I'm excited for that. We got a lot of content coming down the pipeline, so you guys make sure you stay tuned. Share the videos, like the videos, subscribe if you haven't. It helps the channel, everything. All those kinds of interactions help, so I really do appreciate it. You guys have a good night, stay safe, and if I don't see you tomorrow and I don't see you Saturday, have a fantastic weekend. Peace.